Let's be clear.
Be a better filmmaker. Because the reason why I didn't take one of the biggest problems with that movie is I had this before I knew about licensing with music. So I put a lot of Jay-Z, Rick Ross. I put a whole bunch of different music on it that wasn't licensed to me. So I can't even put it anywhere. But it didn't have the normal. I guess they say, hey, the Sex Ain't Love sold out. It was like, no, it sold him a ticket. I guess I'm gonna sit by him and talk to him through the whole time movie. He went into the theater. I said, I'm gonna give him a couple minutes to find a seat, so I'm gonna sit down. He went in the theater, so I'm heading to the theater. He's standing at the end of the theater looking around. Man, he's like, damn, get this. And he walked. I'm like, damn, the movie ain't that bad. The movie before it even came out. So with every time you saw somebody saying, come on,
eating with their son.
Eating with their son. That scene, I was like, man, I can't watch this shit.
That's what. As soon as she put his plate down, I was like,
"What you so happy about?" I said, "I'm just in a good mood." Like I heard this lady this morning. She was like, "I just finally start wearing the right size underpants." You know what? When you do that, you never think about them again. And I was like, "Oh, porn scene. It was a lot of stuff." I said, "I'm gonna get sued." I'm gonna get sued. There was one guy. I had strippers there, and then all of a sudden his mouth was tumbling down stripper throat. Like,
oh shit!
He caught everything. Yeah. She just came from work. She just came.
Oh damn!
She just came. We started shooting at.
Brewsing Banter Podcast. The Banter Podcast.
What up, Brewsing Banter Podcast. I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, is the legendary Brew Group. What up, fellas?
I'm breathing.
Mama.
It doesn't taste like dirt. My name is Lou Belgium, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm wondering, does Delaware have an actual culture?
This is the podcast that we talk about beer, but we also talk about a lot of things that's happening in the world, politics, movies, anything really that comes to our mind while we're here sampling these brews. Grab a drink and pull up a chair.
Ooh, we love you, Brewsing Banter Podcast.
What up? Welcome to Brewsing Banter Podcast, where the topic is rocking the brew. Well, that be the fuel. I'm your host, Rob G, and with me, as always, the legendary Brew Crew. What's going on, Lou?
Hello, everyone. How you doing, Rob?
I'm all right. This is another episode of Brewsing Banter Podcast. If this is your first time joining us, we are glad you are with us today. And if this is not your first time and you are returning bruisers and bruisettes, welcome back. Because we are glad you are here for another episode of Brewsing Banter Podcast. Because we do have a good one for you today. We have film director, writer, and producer. We have based out of Chicago. We have Will Adams on the podcast, and we bring him in.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Welcome.
What's happening?
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
He is the director of the hilarious movie, I should say, Tubi. The Tubi Movie. It's definitely just exactly what you would think it would be if you've ever watched a Tubi movie. It's definitely a good satire on that. But before we get into all that, we always like to know if somebody is drinking on something. If they are drinking on something. What are we drinking today? I already know Will told me he does not drink, so I know he's not drinking on anything. Unless he's drinking on water. Unless water. There we go.
High quality H2O, that's always delicious.
Whoa, I thought for sure he was alky with that. He gotta be on soup.
Yo, you drinking on something?
Nah, you know why?
You drinking on something, but not that.
Yeah. I got some water though. I do got some water.
Good for you. Keep hydrated, sir.
Well, you should tell what you're drinking on because we are 4 black men and they should all go get it.
This is true. You want to talk about it?
Yeah. So I did just drink my first. I think it's two bottles. My first bottle. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's for my colonoscopy that I got coming up tomorrow. And so I drank it. They told me to drink 2 bottles of water or more. I'm drinking that now. So yeah, I'm getting ready for that colonoscopy. Go get your shit checked out.
Please do.
A certain age.
Literally.
Yeah. So he's not gonna get his shit checked out. It'll be all gone. It'll be all out of there. But get them insides looked at. Get them popped.
Yeah, get that shit.
Real quick and easy, man. It's painless.
All right, Lou, you drinking on something?
I'm not, but I want to talk about something I may drink later on today or tomorrow. The Secret Machine from Dewey Beer came out with a new flavor. It's called Berry Crumble. It's their normal 7% alcohol by volume. It's their smoothie beer. Go get it. Cheers. Pass me another. Hold on. How do you say this? Ligon. Ligon. Ligon.
Ligon.
Ligon.
Ligon.
Ligon. Ligon. It's ligonberries, blackberries, raspberries, and natural pie crust. That's
I'll just write or I just direct. But I'm an independent filmmaker that does everything as far as writing, directing, producing. Sometimes I'm even in my stuff, So I do the editing most times because having more control of your work and giving it to somebody else stops your stuff from being put up for ransom, so to speak. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I've been doing this for a long while, and I always talk about my first movie, which was Kidnap, which was my worst movie because I thought I knew what I was doing, but I didn't. And I had to go back because see what happened is I was working on somebody else's project as a camera guy because that's what I started as. I like shooting. Mm-hmm. And as I'm working on his project, I'm seeing all the stuff that he's doing wrong, and I'm like, yo, I'm trying to help him, and he's just ignoring me. So I said, you know what? I could just do my own thing, and did my own thing and failed miserably. But that's my blueprint to go forward. So all the stuff that I didn't do in that first movie, I move forward and do it in all the other movies.
Mm-hmm. So that first movie, what's it called?
Kidnap.
Can't
find it.
So did that movie look, that's crazy. Dude. I wasn't gonna ask, but
I was.
Nah, what I was gonna ask is like, you don't think like now with Tubi movies that you can put that in work?
No. Well, so one of the biggest problems with that movie is this before I knew about licensing with music. So I put a lot of Jay-Z, Rick Ross. I put a whole bunch of different music on it that wasn't licensed to me. So I can't even put it anywhere. But it didn't have the normal, I guess, quote unquote, Tubi movie mistakes. But it just wasn't that the actors weren't directed, and they were mostly stage actors. So stage actors, they all talk like this to project instead of like, yo, it's a microphone right there. Just deliver your lines. Right. So I noticed that I gave actually all doing their own different movie because they weren't directed. When you direct, it has to be one voice. It can't be everybody's voices. It's like, even though they're on the same script, it's like they in 2 different movies or 5 different movies. There's 5 people on screen. Those are a little less.
Man, I need to see this movie.
I mean, you had
it's my blueprint. It's my blueprint of what not to do, and it's a drama too. It wasn't even a comedy; it was a drama. So yeah.
All right. So
it could be a comedy. Maybe I need to see it.
Right.
So after that movie, what did you learn, and what was your next project?
My next project was My Enemy's Son, and My Enemy's Son was basically you heard of Scarface, the rapper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he made a song called "Good Girl Gone Bad." So I always wanted to see that as a movie. It's a 3 minute and 30-second song. I always wanted to see that as a movie, and I said, I could just do that. So I wrote it and turned it to Good Girl Gone Bad to My Enemy's Son. And Good Girl Gone Bad is a drug deal that went bad, resulted into his enemy's son, which turned into my movie's name title, which is My Enemy's Son. And it was a 38-minute short, but if you watch the movie, it's the song. Mm-hmm. That 3 minute and 30-second song is 38 minutes of
you just extended
song.
it.
Yeah. So I did
Is that available?
It's on Amazon. Amazon took my Prime status away. You used to be able to watch it for free. Now you got to rent it for like 50 cents or 99 cents, something like that.
Okay.
All right.
That's on Amazon. My Enemy's Son. Yeah.
That sounds like it's good, though. I like stuff like.
Yeah, he said he liked it. He said he likes this one too.
That's a drama too. It's I mean, the whole story was a drama because if you remember the song, he got a call in the morning about some work that was cheap, and you like, yo, let's link up. But then he hoping that it ain't no robbery stuff, and extended. But then I showed that movie to one of my friends, and he was like, yo, Will, we know you know about the street, but you could do more. And I was like, yeah. So, because everybody wants to, you want to, I ain't saying glorify the hood, but you want to talk about the hood. You want to talk about the things that you see.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but then at one point I was told that somebody had cancer, but they had it was like level 0. It wasn't high nothing. So I was like, man, you could just brush that off your hand. Me being ignorant. So I started thinking to myself, like, if I die tomorrow, what? And that's why I came up with the short film called If I Die Tomorrow. About a hustler that found out he's sick and he's gonna die tomorrow, and he's just contemplating his life. This show is like 10 or 11 minutes long. Okay. And then after that, came up with Silent Endeavor by looking for a track for If I Die Tomorrow. And then we jumped into Sex Ain't Love, which is the feature. Hopefully y'all saw that. Y'all didn't see Sex Ain't Love?
I didn't.
Sex Ain't Love. It's on my website. It's you scroll down, you see that, and you see a couple other movies down there. But Sex Ain't Love was the second feature. Kidnap was the first feature. Sex Ain't Love was the second feature. And that feature the second feature I had comedians Adele Givens and Damon Williams in it.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I raised money for that on Indiegogo. And the biggest failure of that movie was I didn't have a what's next. Because every time I got interviewed, what's next? Well, we're looking at some things. And that's the wrong thing to say when you're on camera in front of anybody. Because you look at some things, like even if you don't have what's next, oh yeah, we got this great project we tried about the pitch. You got to have. You can't look like you're one and done because now you look like, oh, that was luck. Because when I screened it, I sold out.
Mhm.
And I think 4 days before it screened, it sold out. A day before that, I met Lena Waite at Columbia College because we had the same writing teacher. He invited both of us to the school, and they premiered Dear White People the same day, and it was at the same theater my movie was at. She didn't come say nothing to me, even though she met me the same day, but she sent the teacher a message saying, "Hey, yo, have what? You can't." But that's how. But it's just wild, And then I heard that she was there, and she didn't come over and take no photos. And then people that was going to see Dear White People on Facebook, how viral it went on Facebook. People was like, "Hey, I was just at Icon Theater, and I saw this movie. I don't even know it's Sex Ain't Something." And then somebody commented like, "Yeah, it's gonna be playing at another theater tomorrow." And what's funny about that, Icon was blown out, right? It was like the premiere screen. I'm like, okay, cool. So then I went to the second theater the next day, and it was a whole different theater, empty, nobody there. I was like, damn, that was one and done. So then I saw a guy walk up to the table and say, "Hey, is Sex Ain't Love sold out?" It was like, "No, it sold him a ticket." I said, "I guess I'm gonna sit by him and talk to him through the whole time." He went into the theater. I said, "I'm gonna give him a couple minutes to find a seat, so I'm gonna sit by him." He went in the theater, so I'm heading to the theater. He's standing at the end of the theater looking around. And then he's like, "Damn, forget this." And he walked. I'm like, "Damn, the movie ain't that bad. It's a good movie. It's funny." He came out. I walked in, looked at this. It was filled from the front row all the way to the back row. Nice. And I was like, wow. I was excited.
That's what's
up. And then they gave me both theaters gave me a theatrical run. They both gave me a theatrical run.
Oh, that's dope. So is this something that you always wanted? Like you always wanted to write?
Well, right? No, you know what? I'm gonna tell you. When I was younger, I just wanted to be somewhere in the industry. I didn't know how. You know what I'm saying? When I was looking, I always thought it was so far that it was out of reach that I would never be able to put my hands on it. And then at one day, a teacher end of my freshman year, going to sophomore year, teacher walked to the room with a TV. She showed this crazy video. I'm like, "Dad, they must be coming here." And she was like, "You want to learn how to make videos like this? Sign up for my class." I'm like, "I signed up today." And then that's the book, because I'm like, I didn't know I can get this close. If this is the closest I can get, this is where I'm going. And then it just kept piling on from there. And then I learned that I was a good cameraman. And when I learned I was a good shooter, I was like, this is the easiest thing, because editing it's not hard, but it's time consuming. Right. I go to a shoot, I give you your footage, pass it to you, have a good day. and I become but I'm a pickaxe salesman. I don't know if you heard you heard of the gold rush, haven't you?
The gold rush. Yeah.
So the gold rush, you got everybody running to California for gold, but you got the pickaxe salesman that sell pickaxes. And I call myself the pickaxe salesman because it doesn't matter whether your project is good or bad, you're still gonna need a cameraman.
Right.
So you might have to go reshoot. You still got to call me back to rehire me to shoot your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I looked at it. It was almost like a hustle to me because I'm like, all right, well, you always have to use me, because not use me, but you always need the cameraman. So since you always need the cameraman, here I am.
Nice.
So,
Now, are you the cameraman for all of your projects, or do you have a cameraman?
So that's rough because some of the projects I'm in, played the independent filmmaker, the web series that I did during COVID, I had to hire people out, but nobody shoots as good as I do. So that's the bothering thing. I would love to just sit there and direct because I've gotten to the level of people that I need to just look at the screen and watch and tell and then give them direction and go back to look at the screen. Because when I'm shooting and watching them act and then I'm focused on framing. So I can hear what they're doing wrong, but I just gloss past because I'm still focused on framing. But luckily, the people that are in it now, I don't have to really focus on whether they're delivering correctly. I just got to focus on framing, making sure that you don't realize that I'm shooting. I don't want you to realize that like, oh, that's a great shot. I don't care about you caring about the shots. I care about you caring about what's on screen and how they're performing.
All right,
makes sense. Makes sense.
So one of the reasons we are here to talk about, I guess at this point, it's an award-winning movie. At this point,
Tubi Movie.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's award-winning, but it's favorite.
Okay, well,
right there,
a celebrated movie, and it is Tubi Movie. So how did that concept come to be, and why is it?
All right. So people think I'm making fun of the bad filmmaker. I'm sorry, the other filmmakers making bad movies. I am not making fun of anybody. This is a movie that was created with the want and need of people on the internet posting clips from other movies. They promoted this movie before it even came out. So with every time you saw somebody saying, "Come on, Tubi," they're getting a laugh out of you. They're promoting Tubi Movie before I even created it. So, because at first I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a bad movie, and then I'm gonna put it on a streaming platform. And I said, oh no, I'm not, because what they're gonna do is cut it up and they're gonna post it, and it's gonna be known as a Tubi movie. Because the clips that you see online, you never know the names of those movies. They only dubbed as Tubi movies, which they created a subgenre called Tubi movies.
True.
So since they created a subgenre called Tubi movies, I just created a movie called Tubi Movie. It gave everybody what they've been looking at and laughing at for the past 4 years.
So how hard is it to make a bad movie?
It's a good bad.
Well, it has to be hard. As I'm watching it, this had to be hard to make.
It was. So here's the thing. So somebody compared this to Hollywood Shuffle, and I said, no, Hollywood Shuffle is basically a movie that has sketches in it.
Right. Okay.
This is different. And if you think about it, I was just told recently that I'm Gonna Get You Sucker is the first Tubi movie. Because you all see,
okay.
I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. You remember when it was in the diner and then she was doing a flip and they even bought it. So I didn't think about that until I was told. But the whole thing is to try to create something that's linear and make it make sense, but also be able to have the actors break character and keep moving forward. That was difficult because I didn't want it to seem like I was putting just sketches in and then just following the whole, matter of fact, Naked Gun feeling, and Naked Gun, it's a sketch here, sketch there, sketch there. It's all sketches. And this, people are breaking character, complaining about what people see. And what happens is they complain about what you're seeing while it's registering with you. And once they complain about it, you like, I was just thinking the same thing. And we both on the same page where you get a chance to laugh with us instead of at us.
Because I watch a lot of actual Tubi movies, and said that to myself. Like, yeah,
That's on purpose.
the crazy part is that probably out of all three of us, I probably watched the most Tubi movies.
Yeah,
because
more
the
than
thing
the
is
both of
like,
us combined.
because what happened is that I look at it like, even though some of the movies are terrible when it comes to like visuals and stuff, but some of them have good plots. One, they're good stories. They just suck at telling them. But also, it's a platform that Black people, a lot of Black directors and Black actors and actresses are on. So that's why I watch it. I try to do my due diligence.
But here's the thing.
There is a but.
Well, when people post those clips, nobody knows the names of those movies. The filmmaker don't get any credit. No credit.
Right. That's true.
That's the problem.
Now, some of you can
post
catch that people ask what the movie is and somebody tell them, but it's not often.
Yeah, ass thing. It's more.
Yeah. Because I want to see the dumb shit too. Yeah, that's what it be. But like this, like hit every single mark. Every single mark on these movies because these.
No. Because at the beginning it said this is a satirical piece. And if it resembles anything that's out there, it's purely coincidental, which it does not. And if it does resemble anything,
let's be clear,
be a better filmmaker. Because the reason why I didn't take anything that I've seen before is because I don't want people to think I'm shitting on them. I wanted people to think like, "Hey, that's funny."
Shit on.
Okay, that's not happening in my movie. You know, all this.
No, you're definitely shitting on people.
No, I'm not.
I don't care. Will, I don't care how you look at this. No. The way you made this movie is definitely shitting on people who didn't purposely make a movie like this.
It's the ultimate Tubi movie.
No.
It is because it flips back around, like you said, and we're talking. The characters are talking to us like, "Yo, you know how stupid this is right now."
Right.
That's the only thing. That's what makes it different. But that's what makes it the ultimate Tubi movie, because me and Yoda will be watching a Tubi movie, and your character in the movie and your character looks at us and says, you understand? Do you see this bullshit that's happening? And me and Yoda on other Tubi movies are literally like, do you see the bullshit? Are we watching the same movie?
Yeah. Because I'll be thinking there's no way that the actors and actresses didn't say nothing.
They can't watch the playback and not think that this is
everything in this movie is intentional. So
exactly.
Intentional is different. So theirs not intentional. Mine is intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Right, which comes in the shit on part.
No. I want to take that ownership. Like I said, is just given the internet, Facebook folks, Instagram folks, Twitter folks, TikTok folks, what they've been asking for the whole time, before the pandemic, during the pandemic, and after the pandemic. They've been asking for this movie to be made without even thinking about it. Because every time they post a clip to get people to click, laugh, and comment, they saying, I wish somebody would make a movie like this. Matter of fact, Damon Williams, I called him before I even wrote the script because I was thinking about it and weighing my options. So I talked to my other friends. They were like, you should write it. So I called Damon. Damon was like, man, me and my wife was just talking about that. I said, all right, click. I started working, and the rest is history.
That's all right.
Now, was it on purpose? Because it's going to be a lot of things that you have to kind of improvise or get pushed through. Was it purposeful to have like comedians as in the part of the movie, like working comedians actually in there? Like,
yeah. So here's the thing: the movie is not only part in the movie that's improvised is me and my daughter with the cars.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But I thought it would be funnier to have the comedians complaining about the messed up stuff aside from the regular action. Because they always on ha ha ha, and they're like, wait a minute, you see that microphone right there? It's like, what microphone? It's to do with the microphone. There ain't no microphone there. Come on. Like, so things like that. So with the comedians breaking character, it makes it hit harder because you expect them to be the funny people, not the voice of reason.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
That.
Because when Adele went to the hospital, I almost spit my drink.
The hospital took me out in the part with the broom.
Spoiler alert,
with
everyone. Yeah.
Well, some of this is cool. If you watch the trailer, some of these pieces are in the trailer.
It's funny. It's definitely funny.
Yeah, I had a good time.
At first, I wouldn't give it a try. So,
Damn.
for a moment, I mean, I'm just being completely honest. For a moment, cool. I got like the first 10 minutes, them sitting at the. I ain't even gonna tell the story, but just them at the beginning in the kitchen.
Eating with their son.
That scene, I was like, man, I can't watch this.
That's what. As soon as she put his plate down, I was locked in because I knew right there when the plate of food was getting eaten, but it wasn't getting eaten. And when Son came in, Son came in, I was in.
Yeah, so when Son came in, I was like, I can't.
No, that did the opposite for me. I was like, oh, turn it up. What's Son talking about? Look at
and then
Son.
I said, I got to see this through. But I'm glad I did because it turned out to be a really good movie. It's funny.
I want people to see it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't even know how to talk about it without saying scenes that I like.
Yeah,
well, that's even better. You know what I'm saying? So people can see what you're talking about. So like, oh, I see what he's talking about. So I'm cool with it. I'm not. Oh, it's a sport. No, I'm not like that. Not with this. Not with this.
Okay.
Well, say that when they were putting the bodies in the trunk. I can say that
because it is so much shit in there that is just like
And what's funny about that? The internet has forced me to start writing like that because. You know how you scroll and you scroll. Stop. Okay, all right. They start talking. And you scroll. So the jokes got to hit. Yeah. So when it was in the theater, I'm like, man, I see people laughing past the jokes. I'm like, oh, you missed the jokes. You missed the joke. I wrote more jokes. So a lot of people had to watch it more than once. So
well, that's good. That's a good thing.
Which is a good thing.
How do you get over that though? Like. Because you, like you said, you want to keep on hitting us, but then some people will laugh at one joke and they can only laugh at that. They want to laugh at that joke for 10 seconds, but you done thrown 3 more jokes in there. How do you get over people maybe not getting it the first or maybe the third time that they watch the movie?
The thing that people always say to me, I got to see this again because I know I missed something. I know I missed something, which is a good thing because when you think about it with a movie, if somebody says I got to see it again. That's better for everybody around the viewer, the person who created it, and the ad revenue. So the more people watching it over and over again. Now, when you say, I'm gonna have a watch party, you got 15 people at your house. I'm like, no, have a watch party in your house. Watch it in the house together over the phone. Don't watch it together at home.
You gotta tell them to have a party, but everybody turn it on at their house and go to one house and have a party. So everybody leave their TVs on.
A friend of mine says, he had 15 people at his house, and that was just one watch. I'm like, ooh, please stop talking.
Yeah, one watch. 15 people.
Stop talking. I said, they all talk, and then he was like, the guy, one of my friends called me. See, they asked. I said, one of your friends. That's 5 out of 15, right?
Yeah. You got 2 out of 15. You got 2 watches out of 15.
Right.
I understand. That makes sense.
So, I mean, it was a fun movie. I mean, people had fun making it. People, I like the response from it. I like when people, they laugh. I like when people laugh. So seeing people come out the theater happy is more for me than drama because Step Off the Block, I think, was 2017. And people came out of the theater relieved, but not happy. Sex Ain't Love, people came out the theater laughing and happy. I like the happy over the, okay, well, at least that happened, type thing.
So you think more towards comedic filming?
For now, comedy, but I'm dark comedy mostly though. So the next movie should be Plight of the Indie Filmmaker, the movie. That's dark comedy. Even though one of the actors said, no, it's just dark. He got mad. He got mad because his character got killed off. It's like, you killing me off? I said, bro, this is the end of the whole thing. The series was here. And now, since the series is there, now we're here with the movie. And then after the movie is over, it's no more. So you got to die.
Let me ask you this, Will. What's the process like to do something like, let's say, just because we're talking about it, the Tubi movie, right? What's the process?
You want to pronounce it, Tubi.
Yeah. I just don't be wanting to. It's the Tubi movie. But what's the process? So from how long is it from the writing to the recording to putting it out?
Well, that's hard because Sex Ain't Love, I had no clue who was gonna be in it. I grabbed all my locations and then I asked people along the way, hey, you want to be in this movie? These are the dates. Because my process is write a script, grab the locations, grab the actors. For this movie, I knew everybody I wanted, everybody that's in the movie is people I handpicked.
Okay.
I said, I want you to be this character, I want you to be this character. And I had to work around their schedule. This was like a 6 to 7 month process because, as you said, working comedians, you know, hey, when you available, like, so when Adele got the script, she was like 19 pages in. She read the script, it was like, oh, that's funny as hell. And then I get back to you, then we link up over the phone, and then we trying to nail dates in to see when she's available. That took up about 2 hours over the phone trying to figure out which day we was gonna nail down to shoot in December. So you think about all of that when you work it the way I originally said, the way I did Sex Ain't Love. You don't have to worry about if somebody's available. If that person's not available, find somebody else to take that role, and it makes it easier because Sex Ain't Love took 13 days to shoot. And if you Sex Ain't Love, you would think, wow, this should have took longer than 13 days to shoot. But I was efficient in it. In this, even though we were efficient, that our shooting time was 2 hours. I get that hour before, set up all the equipment, the crew show up, grab the equipment, in and out. 2 hours is the most time we shot. But when you think about trying to wrangle everybody's schedule, because everybody has a life and everybody's working, it becomes like my daughter's graduation on that day. Okay.
But you know, it actually works for this movie particularly because the continuity is way off then. Because you be like, I had this hairstyle, now I don't. I had a beard, so
and that works. And that's okay.
Yeah, it works. It works. Matter of fact, the character that cut his mustache off, he was in the play. So that's how that happened. I was like, what? He said, oh, I'm in the play. I said, so you forgot you're shooting the movie? I'm sorry. Today is his birthday, actually. Randall Michael, today is his birthday.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
But
he just came to set with no mustache. He's like,
yeah. No, actually, I take that back. You know, I said that's the only thing we improvised. That's the second thing we improvised. Him looking into that mirror saying, I gotta stay off that shit.
That's funny. That's good shit. That's good.
Man. It was.
And then seeing the Adele Gibbons, I was like, oh shit. Like I was thinking like, oh shit, that's Big Dog. Because that's crazy.
Yeah. She been working with me. She in Sex Ain't Love too.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah, she in Sex Ain't Love too. Her and Damon are love interests in Sex Ain't Love. But the whole thing is, you know, I met Adele at what's the guy who made Hollywood Shuffle? What's his name? Robert Townsend. He was speaking at Columbia. My stepfather told me to go see him. I was like, for what? He's like, because you never know. I'm like, get down there. Adele, she walking around with a stick on her shirt saying Beyonce. I said, ain't no Beyonce. So, you know, Robert Townsend did his little talk and then asked, you know, people, did they want to have any questions? Mostly everybody was like, how can I be? He said, don't ask me to be in my next project. I'm not doing nothing.
Right.
First thing they did, raise their hand. How can I be in your next project, Mr. Townsend? I said, he just said, I guess
that's how it normally work.
So then I raised my hand. He made my hand stay up for 45 minutes. So finally he called on me and asked me what I was doing. I said, you know, I don't want nothing from you. He was like, what? Because everybody been asking him for something. So I was like, you know, it's a lot of talent in the room, and I raised some money for this movie, and I just want to know, you know, if I can poach some people from the audience to be in this movie, help me make this movie, because I can't buy you a house, I can't buy you a car, but I can help you pay some notes because I raised some money. And he stood up there for a second, was like, "This is who y'all should be trying to get with. He about to do something." And that's when Adele Gibbons gave me her phone number.
All right, well,
so that's how I met Adele.
So stepfather was right. He wasn't trying to lie.
But hey, did you see him at the end? Because he passed.
I remember, okay. So
I dedicated it to him.
That makes sense.
Yeah. He always tell he's an avid newspaper reader. He reads the newspaper every day. So he sees some of the news. I'm like, you reading the newspaper? Go on the internet. Yes, you reading yesterday.
Right. Yesterday is crazy.
Like, man, how you reading yesterday? And
People used to do that all the time. Like,
but that's how he got the information from Robert
Yeah.
Townsend Bean, and he called me and was like, yo, you should go see it. And the
Oh,
day
yeah, that's
before,
crazy.
I had forgot about it. He's like, make sure you go there tomorrow. I'm like, all right. And then I went, and that happened.
That was a
That's
reason.
all right. That's all
There's
right.
a reason behind it. He knew what he was doing.
Hey, what do you say? What Jay-Z said in this interview, it didn't happen to me, it happened for me. That's when it
Yeah.
happened for me.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Now you're based in Chicago. Are you originally from Chicago as well?
Both. Yep.
Okay.
And people like, I'm from Chicago. Like, where you stay? Oh, 175th and 20. That's Lansing. What you talking about? That ain't Chicago. Like,
I'm like,
You
okay.
would have told me. I'd been like, Chicago it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's talk to Will. Will, is he from Chicago or not? Let us know.
Only thing I know over here though is South Side, all the
South side.
sides. You don't ever hear those specific parts.
South Side. I'm South Side, but it's basically. I grew up in the Chatham / Avalon / Grand Crossing / what's the other one? I forget the other one. / GD territory. Where they roamed, and I saw the crack epidemic start, and I saw it tear people apart. And it's just, but the thing is, when you're in that environment, you also see the shine from it, and you kind of want the shiny things because you see everybody else with the shiny things. So you want the gold chains,
Right.
you want the fast car, you want the women, but it depends. Somebody told me you grow where you plant it. So just think, if you're around a whole bunch of lawyers and doctors, that's what you want to be. You see nice houses, you see people having these great meetings. You want to be a part of that conversation because you grow where you plant it. And the reason why I think My Enemy's Son came out after I did Kidnap. Kidnap was something I just created. It was an FBI agent going undercover to stop the bad guy. It wasn't nothing very intricate about it. But when you think about My Enemy's Son, it's pretty much of some of the stuff that I saw and seen happening, and not glorifying it, but you grow where you plant it. But the thing is, the reason why my friend said I know more, because I wasn't just planted there. I was talking to judges and aldermen, and I was everywhere. So why can't you make stuff that show us in a different light, aside from being just gangsters, drug dealers, and all that? Which brings me to Fluke. Fluke is about an out-of-work actor. It's a series that I'm pitching right now. It's about an out-of-work actor that fails upward. So I don't know if you remember Three's Company, where Jack Tripper, he always wanted to be a chef, and he keeps failing, and he never becomes a chef. That's not what this character, because I believe that people will want to follow the show more if he fails upward. So Fluke is meaning dumb luck. He fails upward because of dumb luck. He has different situations that happen to him, and they're funny. And the show was spawned because I saw a show called Bookie that they canceled off of HBO, which was a really good show. That was a really good show. But I created the show because I'm like, man, I can create this, because Bookie is basically him as a bookie, but his life revolving around him being a bookie. So Fluke is his life as an actor, but his life revolving around him being an actor. So different crazy types of situations that happen.
So everything's it's a fluke. It's a fluke that he makes it where he
Right.
to the next step.
Dumb luck, just dumb luck.
Yeah, that's,
Sometimes that happens in acting too, though. Like you be in the picture that happens.
man, that happened in just real life in general, I think.
Hey, I linked up with y'all with dumb luck, man. I'm like, hey, it's a fluke that I'm here. Y'all don't know about me. You're like, Will, who?
Yeah, I mean, we was like, well, who?
Let me see this movie. Let me see this movie. Like, oh, okay, well, hey, let's interview him. What's his name?
Do you record mostly? Are you most of your films recorded in? Are they filmed in Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were planning on going to Ohio a couple of times to do a horror movie, because my friends want me to do a horror movie. People who work real close to me. They want me to do a horror movie. I don't want to do a horror movie.
Why not though?
Because I don't really believe in it. My cousin, she has this real big house, but before you get to this house, she got this little long walk up. You know, it's a driveway like she drives the driveway like somebody chasing out there. I'm like, why are we doing 50? And how you gonna make these turns without us flipping over? But it's all woods, so to get to a house is like almost like Transylvania. But every time I go out there, I was like, man, this would be a dope little spot. It's like, yeah, I got the room. Your friends come over, and I'm like, but I would have to write it. So if somebody wrote it, I would do it. I'll probably be more apt to do it. But if I gotta write it, I'm not. If I don't believe in it, I'm not really gonna do it.
Rob, Rob.
Yep. There's your opportunity, Rob. For a writer.
I get right on it. I never wrote a horror movie, so I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Me neither. Yeah. I mean, because I'm like, I gotta try to scare people. How? And then it's not. So you can write something to try to scare people, and then it goes into actually putting it into play where you're shooting it. Now, how's this gonna scare somebody? And it goes to the whole arc around a character from their back, and then you see them looking forward, then somebody standing behind. The audience is going to probably either react for real or else on face like, because when you see that whole motion of the camera arcing around the character, you already know it's going to be a reveal. So it's not like,
in your film, it won't be because they think it's going to be a reveal
until it come back around, go around, and
whole 720. Just keep spinning.
Who said they like the brooms though? Who said they like the brooms?
Me, I did.
All right, what you think? What about when he shot the broom? What you think about that?
Yeah, I was dying because I thought it was the dumbest shit.
Anytime he made a sound effects that wasn't
with the cup when he I said, okay, that was crazy. My daughter probably was like, what the hell is he watching? Because when I watched it, I was bagging up at that one point. I don't know why that took me out the cup on the table, took me out, but I died. That shit's so funny.
Now you said most of it was written, so that means, are you a stand-up comedian? Are you a comedian as well?
No, I just wrote it.
You just wrote it. Okay.
I know how to write funny. I don't. As far as stand-up, I mean, I listen to when I'm in the car. That's all I listen to stand-up radio. I don't listen to really music. I listen to stand. I like to laugh. So like if I'm going to some place, at least I'll be in a good mood, because if I'm listening to a rap song, I might, all right, we about to get up in this meeting, we about to kill everybody up here. I'll go in there joking like, what you so happy about? I said, I'm just in a good mood. Like I heard this lady this morning, she was like, I just finally started wearing the right size underpants. You know what? When you do that, you never think about them again. And I was like, that's true, because if they too tight, you thinking about that all day long.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
So like that, I wasn't tell somebody about. I said, ain't nobody gonna get that. I told y'all. I appreciate y'all getting it. I thank you. I really appreciate it, because I ain't get a chance to tell nobody. I want to tell somebody. I really want to tell somebody something.
Well, you talking to 3 immature ass grown men?
Yeah, I got that right away.
That ain't mature. That's real. That's
real. That's definitely real.
I definitely would be thinking about my tight drawers. Why you got tight drawers on, lady? Jesus Christ.
You think everybody know that they tight because you know they
right.
tight.
you walking and making faces.
Fuck, everybody know my drawers tight. Damn.
Writing it wasn't hard because it's just funny. I was just I didn't take anything that I saw that's out there, because it's some bad stuff. It's like this one lady from a clip that I saw, she choked this dude out with her leg. He had locks, and he fell out of this shot. Then she reached down to him. She reached back down to him in the same shot, and he didn't have locks. He had a short haircut. She grabbed the handcuff key, unlocked the handcuffs, went back down to him a second time. He had locks again. I said,
two different actors.
It probably was the same guy. He probably
I don't know. It might have been the same
guy. He cut it.
Because I saw it on my phone, but it could have been before he had the locks, and then he grew the locks out, and I was like, or it was like another scene where 2 lawyers were talking to this woman, and he said, "You mind if I talk to my partner in the next room?" They both had gray suits on. They went into the next room. The other guy had a purple suit on, and I was like, "Whoa." In that room, back to the other room, and he had a gray suit on. I said, "Oh, now somebody was cutting this together. They could have easily turned that black and white, and then you would have never seen anything."
Oh yeah, that's true.
But you know what? It could be the producer or the director or whoever created it was like, "Man, you know what? Anybody gonna say nothing."
Yeah, I was great. I was going to ask you, like, how do you think that? How do you think that process flies with people? Like, is it that they don't care, or is it just that? Because sometimes I'll be thinking Tyler Perry don't give a shit about.
Oh, Tyler Perry don't care. He don't care. He don't care because he got the church backing him. But here's the thing.
That's fact.
So when
either don't care, or you don't know.
Independent filmmakers like myself, we have to be strenuous. We have to make sure everything's perfect because there's nobody gonna let us slide on anything. Mm-hmm. Now, Quentin Tarantino, on the other hand, if you saw Pulp Fiction, when he shot those scenes from different people's perspective, those scenes were different, slightly different, but nobody called him out on it. I saw it each and every time. I love the movie, but I saw it, but nobody's calling him out on it. But they'll call an independent filmmaker out on it. They're gonna hold them up to the highest regard when they don't hold up people who got
which is kind of backwards.
Why do you think that is?
Oh, because they want to shit on us. They want. See, the thing is, we're close enough for them to say something and us to hear it. Quentin Tarantino is me. Social what? I don't even have a Facebook page. Hey, where we flying to? Is the plane ready? Okay.
Right. Yeah. That's true.
He put something out, and if you think about it, so with all that, and I don't even know if this is the reason why I brought Quentin Tarantino up. If you think about the way this movie started off, after the first scene, it started off like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
And I wanted it to start off like Pulp Fiction because I wanted it to be familiar to viewers that paid attention to it. Mm-hmm. Because if you see them in a car in the next scene, it's everything except for the Royale with cheese. But my continuity has to stay on point. Even with this movie, even though continuity wasn't the priority, it still had to make sense because if it didn't make sense, it's like, I see what he was trying to do. I don't want you to see what I was trying to do. I want you to know what I was doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because if you say, I see what he's trying to do, that means I ain't do it.
I got you.
I ain't do it.
That's true.
And I know Mr. Yoda over there. I know he watching this Tubi movie. He said, "Oh, I see. This got a good plot. I see what they was trying to do." I know you say that often because you say you watch a lot of the movies. I see what they was trying to do. Yeah, I know you say that to yourself. I see what they was trying to do.
I see what they was trying to do. Yeah, I do. And it was crazy because like a lot of times, like I don't read descriptions. They'll tell you like I don't read descriptions or nothing. I don't be looking at no trailers of movies half the time or nothing. I just go in
butt naked, just butt naked to watch.
So
and then you give them all your time.
Yo, so it depends. If it's worth it, if I feel like it's worth it, yeah, I'll give it my time. Like the first couple minutes, I'll give it my time, which is why it will fuck me up with your movie because at first I didn't even look at the title of it, no nothing. Rob sent the joint, and I'm like, all right, I'll take a look. As soon as it came on, I'm like, yo, this is dumb. Not knowing that this is how it's supposed to be.
Did you read the disclaimer?
I read no, I didn't read nothing. I just clicked the link, signed up, went in.
That came on right before the movie started. No. If you notice how long it stayed up there, so you can read it 3 times.
I read nothing.
Our intro Will says, "Hey guys, I read today." That's Yoda saying that. Real Yoda don't read.
I don't read nothing. I don't even read directions when I'm putting something together. Like I'll figure that shit out myself.
So, stop putting words on it. Just have photos.
Yeah. Just give me pictures. Boom, boom, boom. So I ain't looking at shit. So I'm looking at this movie and it's starting off. These people sitting at this in this kitchen and this old ass nigga as a son. I'm like, what the fuck is this? They fake chewing this shit. I'm like, what am I looking at? Cut this shit off. Then later on we discussing it, and I'm like, you know what? Let me go back and look at this movie and see what the fuck. And then once I realized what it was really about, it turned out to be pretty good. And it stayed on point to what it was supposed to do. So the movie was from what I thought was stupid made sense after I watched the whole thing.
You should really look at trailers before.
Nope.
You would have watched the whole way through the first time.
Nah, because like it's sometimes it pays off not to look at the trailers because sometimes you get too much information.
I was gonna be on your show. You probably should.
Nah, man, fuck that. I watched the movie. All
right.
That's what matters.
Can you watch the trailer now?
Nah, fuck that trailer. I didn't see the movie. But I'll watch the movie again before I watch the trailer.
All right.
It's more like, all right, that's fine. Watch the movie again.
It's funny though because I didn't watch the trailer. I watched the movie first, and then I watched the trailer, and I was like, "Well, I'm glad to watch the movie first because I would have probably been like, I saw it already." So I think me watching the movie just straight in, it actually helped me. I'm just going in there kind of. I knew what the movie was about because I read the description. So at least I did read.
I think in the trailer says the best bad movie you ever see or something like that.
Right.
I think that's what this trailer says.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Right. Yeah. And I did read the words on the screen that stayed up there. Because I actually was like, why is it staying up there that long?
I like that because I read, but I'm not a fast reader. So that was good for me.
Well, for me,
they always run them things real fast too.
But see, for me, I'll read it, and if I'm reading it, I'll stop and start thinking about some shit, and I say, "Oh shit, I need to keep reading." So by the time I finish reading, like, "Oh shit, what?" I get to the first line, and I start thinking like, "Okay, I'm gonna get some." I gotta get chicken when I get home. Yeah. So I started thinking. So I was like, you know what? It's staying up there long enough for me to read it.
That makes sense.
When it stay up there and you see the words up there, it's long enough for me to read it. And once I finish reading it, then we can go on with the show.
So in my defense, when I first started watching it, I was working, right? So I was doing something else. Even though I probably still wouldn't have read that shit. In this case, I was.
Yeah, like, why are you making excuses on why you don't?
I was actually doing some other shit.
Now I understand why you said you didn't want to watch it because this is not a movie you can actually.
Oh yeah, for sure, you can't.
Because right now the studios are making movies that go straight to streaming, and you can actually be on your phone watching because there's a lot of exposition happening while you don't have to watch what's going on. Because when if you got a screen, at least you should be showing instead of talking. People shouldn't be telling. The dialogue should be a secondary thing to drive the scene forward. So this is a movie that you have to put your phone down and pay attention to because if you like to laugh, you like to be happy, this is the movie you watch. Right. If you don't like, if you're trying to just give me some extra money, just play it and just look down and just be in your phone while it's playing. And when it start it over again for me. That's cool. That's cool too. But this is a movie you cannot scroll.
Right.
You can't scroll. Matter of fact, I was talking about the Invincibles. I was sending emails while I was watching the Invincibles, that little cartoon that come on Prime.
Right.
I watched that. Well, I sent emails while I was on. Now the boys, on the other hand, I can't do nothing but watch the boys.
Oh yeah, the boys. Yeah.
I full attention. I ain't doing nothing. People, studios are making stuff for you to just scroll, and that's not how you make money. And you think you want people back in the theaters. I want people back in the theaters. I love people in the theaters. I like watching movies in the theater. Think about if you saw The Matrix at home. Yeah. Would you want to see The Matrix at home?
It wouldn't hit the same for sure.
Yeah. So, you got people, but also you want people like that you don't even know to feel the same, that whole energy of people laughing or going, ooh, together. But you're doing that at home. You feel silly. You know what I'm saying? But if everybody in the theater laughing with you, the movie's creating its own laugh track where you see people are happy and y'all bumping elbows like, man, you don't even know this person next to you. Everybody just laughing. Yeah. So that whole thing, that energy, that needs to come back. But the theaters need to push people coming back to the theater. Right, and the studios need to make movies that are fit for the theater. Now, did you see They Will Kill You? Zazie Beetz?
No, I didn't see that.
Go see it at the theater. Don't wait for it to go streaming. Go see it.
They Will Kill You.
Zazie Beetz. She did a thing in that. Yeah.
I did see good reviews about it though.
Yep, you got one right here.
Yeah, that was one. Yo, you know what I was going to say too is that I appreciate Will for not having the narrator on the movie, because it's something about these movies, especially Tubi movies, not even just Tubi movies, Black movies in general, that are from independent writers, producers, whoever. But for some reason, they all got, especially, I don't know what it is though. That's me. I'm laying down in the bed. You want to see how my day is going to go? Everything starts off like that.
That's exposition. Talking. They don't know how to show it on screen.
Right.
We just, I'll be like, damn, come on. And then that's 90% of the movie. And you don't even know what's going on for real because you ain't watching it. All you do is hear this nigga talk over everything.
They're not really showing you. I mean, they're not showing you. They're just telling you. And if they're telling you, you're really watching a book.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Like a audio book.
So if they really trying to push these verticals down, like these vertical movies, 2 minutes. Yeah. Those are audio books too, because a lot of exposition in that too. He walks up, nobody knows he's really rich, but he acts like he's poor. Let's see that happen, but you can't show that in 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes,
but if I'm in my phone doing this, I don't have to watch it. I can just be doing this the whole time. It don't really matter. I'm just doing this. Right. I'm just scrolling, and I'm not watching. It's just some. It turns into background noise, which is
because you're not really locked in on it. You just
and then background noise. You ain't gonna tell nobody like, "Yo, man, I saw this crazy movie while I was scrolling through my phone, and I heard him say this crazy line." You're not going to talk about that ever again in life. You want people to leave your movie telling somebody else about your movie or your project.
Yeah.
So, that exposition is bad.
I hate it, bro. It's just, and I'll be like,
I'm glad you described it like that, as them not being able to explain it with the visual. I didn't know why they were doing that.
Yo, I'm talking about it like a lot. Like it'd be crazy.
Chinatown. And it was explained that if you got a man, all right. So Jack Nicholson, he smacked. I didn't even know this came from. It was an airplane when they smacking a lady. I didn't know it came from Chinatown. But he's in this room trying to get in an apartment trying to get this information from this lady. Then he starts smacking her, and then she say, "It's my daughter. It's my sister." He smacked again. "It's my daughter. It's my sister." And then he smacked one last time. She falls to the couch or whatever. It's like, "It's my daughter and my sister." Now, do you have to explain what happened? If it's my daughter and my sister, you don't.
Right,
because you know that it was some type of incest going on where you feel me? So that's not explained. That one line, "It's my daughter and my sister." People lack that. They lack that.
Yeah.
Think about Blade. Remember Blade, the first Blade? Everybody dancing, and then all of a sudden, they pushing old boy around. They about to kill him or bite into him or whatever. Then everybody started being quiet. It's like, "Oh, it's the Daywalker." You hear it's the Daywalker. You know it's Blade. We hear all the names that they call him, and the camera just pans and turns to him, and he's just standing there. That's how you introduce character. That's how you build a scene. And then it's like, "Oh, we're gonna fight him. Come on, let's go get him, guys." What? Hold on. No, everybody just started running.
Let's start fighting them. Yeah.
So
all right. Now I know how can people find and watch? I know we talked about streaming a lot. How can they find where can they watch the movie at? Tubi Movie at?
They can watch it on Plex, Mansa, Folsom. It's another one out there. I can't remember the fourth one. But the easiest way to get to it, plus all my other work, is to go to my website, lokekey.com. As soon as you go to that page, it's the first thing you see. You can click watch the movie, click watch the trailer for Mr. Yoda.
That's crazy work.
And scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then I scroll but below that, and you see some of the other movies that I got out, like Step Out the Block, Sex and Love, First short film, Tend to Look Good short film, A Job is a Job short film, and Work Dinner short film. And then at the very bottom of that screen, you'll see my social media. So that's the easiest way. LOKEKEY.com. You can keep up with me and you can see all the stuff.
Now, what is low key? What is it? Low key? Is that low key?
Yeah,
low key.
Exactly. Loc is a private passage, and keys just having the key to that private passage. Something simple.
I saw that. I was like, is that low key? Is that? I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, all right. Y'all have any more questions for Will?
Yeah, how can I be in a movie?
I want to be the exposition. I want to be the exposition guy.
I don't have movies like that. And I'm gonna tell you, when we were shooting part of Plight of the Independent Filmmaker, it's a scene I call a porn scene. That's all I call it. I don't call it anything else because
oh shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on in that scene, and the biggest we're gonna eventually have to shoot it over again because myself, I'm in the movie, and so is one of the other actors. We both lost weight, so we got to shoot all the stuff so we can so it won't be a Tubi movie. Like, damn,
but I lost weight like the
he was really putting in work. That motherfucker was putting in work.
But we got to shoot it again, and the first time we shot it, that whole porn scene, it was a lot of stuff. I said, I'm gonna get sued. I'm gonna get sued. There was one guy. I had strippers there, and then all of a sudden, his tongue was down the stripper throat. And I was like,
"Oh shit!"
He caught everything. She just came from work. She just came.
Oh damn!
She just came. We started shooting at what time was that? It was like 9 o'clock in the morning. She showed up at 10, and she just came in. She was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna change out of this and put something else." I'm like, I thought that was that. No, that's for where I just came from. Cool. All right. That was rough.
All right. That was rough. Oh, well, we know one thing. Chicago strip scene, strip clubs are popping it. 4 a.m. She's still working.
Hey, whoa, that sun coming up. I'm strippers still working.
It wasn't 4 a.m., buddy. It was 9 a.m. when
that's why I said that sun is up and they are still working out here, girl.
Yeah.
Get that money.
Yeah. She came with regular clothes and she changed. This one came.
She had the late shit.
I'm gonna put something on. I was like, okay, I thought that was that. Nothing, but that wasn't the outfit. It was something. I was like, oh, okay, all right.
I guess I did have one more question. Like, how is the Chicago film industry? Like, is it thriving? Like, how is the Chicago?
When you think about the mainstream, like the center spaces and stuff like that, that's thriving. But we think about independent filmmakers. If we work together, I think it would be better.
Yeah.
Because, but everybody's scared that I work on Rob stuff. He gonna blow up. He gonna leave me. So no, I'm not working on Rob stuff. You're not working on Rob stuff? No, I ain't working on Rob stuff. All right. But Rob has the better script. He has the better script.
Right.
I look at this is me. If you have the better script, we're gonna go with yours, and we're just gonna make sure it pop and make sure all our names stay on the executive producer part.
Right.
But a lot of people, they're afraid and they don't want to work. And then some people don't even want to take the knowledge that you have or I have to say, hey, you should use a different light. This is instead of shooting the light and have shadows against the wall, you should have light shining down from the ceiling down. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. All right, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Sound like Delaware to me. I do the same thing.
Well, if you think about New York, people even battling each other. You know what? Come to club, whatever, so I can bust your ass on stage. I'll be there. Now, when both of y'all get there, both of your audiences are shared. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So now I got your audience, you got my audience. Now, instead of 10 people hearing about me, 20 people heard about me now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it grows and it continues to grow. But when you start thinking about, people are just scared other people gonna pop and they're not. I don't really care about working with anybody. I've given the script away because I was working on this script called Casting Couch. No, I wrote one. So I got tired. I was sitting on my hands not doing it. It was COVID. So I started working on Casting Couch. So while I'm working on Casting Couch, the dude I had gave it to that wasn't doing anything with it, he's like, hey, Will, how's it going? I said, you calling me about cast? Yeah. I said, all right, I'll give you another script. So I gave him the Viagra sketch. Not Viagra sketch, it's called a male enhancement sketch. That sketch blew up for him, which was crazy because he didn't even shoot it right. I mean, really, I'll be honest, he didn't shoot.
Fluke, man.
It's a fluke.
He called me and he sent me the movie like at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I watched it. And I was like, man, this is dope. This is all you need to do is fix it. He didn't, but it still blew up because the writing was strong. That's the thing. If the writing is strong, doesn't matter how bad well, actually it does, because sometimes they can't execute. But if the writing is strong, it doesn't matter how bad the shooting is, it's still gonna stand up. So,
all right. Well, any more questions, guys? I know I just asked you that.
No, I'm good.
Thanks, I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate you for coming on here.
It's kind of off topic.
I appreciate you for finishing the movie. But anyway,
Will ain't shit. Get him off here.
I'll be there.
Just watch the movie again.
It's not off. It's kind of off topic, but it's definitely not off flavor. But so before we go, we always like to know people ask random questions. So my random question, since you don't watch music, listen to a lot of music. What are your top 5 comedians? Who are your top 5 comedians?
I do listen to music. I listen to rap music.
It was like, I'm really.
Yeah, you said you did.
No, I'm talking about in the car. In the car, I listen to rap music.
Okay.
You want to hear my top 5 comedians? Rappers.
Now I want to hear your top 5 comedians and your top 5 MCs. Yeah.
Do I have top 5 comedians? I'd say Richard Pryor.
Okay.
George Carlin, Sam Morril. He's coming up right now. Yeah, he's funny. It's crazy because I can't think of these guys' names. Red Fox, definitely. I heard a lot of his old stuff. I heard a lot of his old stuff on the way to Ohio one day. They just played it on the radio, and my grandmother was in the back seat just smiling with a hearing aid, just laughing. Like, you going to church on Sunday? Well, okay. And let's see, the 5th one. That's hard. That's hard because I can't think of the names. So I hear the jokes, and matter of fact, John Mulaney, because he's a good storyteller. I like good stories because those are the things that resonate with me. The reason why I said Richard Pryor tells some damn good stories.
Yeah.
Remember Mudbone? I don't know if you know that Mudbone story. The script sound like a shotgun going on.
Yo, Will definitely giving me Damian Wayne's vibes right now.
You think so?
Yeah.
So, all right. So top 5 MCs, we'll go with KRS-One, of course. Bridge is over. Yeah.
All right.
What made me actually like rap in the first place, which was Rakim, Let the Rhythm, and Slick Rick, storyteller. Of course, Biggie, storyteller. Jay-Z, and this is how Jay-Z became my top 5. One day I was listening to one of his tracks, and he said, I used to ride around with so much shit in the whip, if the cops pull me over, the dogs would get sick. I was like, ooh. Either he knows something that everybody don't know, or he lived that stuff too. That's how he became top 5.
That's a solid list.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. We once again want to thank Will Adams for coming on the podcast.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Before we go, we always like to know.
Thanks for catching some of my little jokes that I was kicking out to. I threw a whole bunch of jokes until it happened to me. There's somebody like, why you act so dry? I'm like, dry? I'm just sitting here. But I was hitting jokes, and this lady was just sitting like, I said, ain't nothing.
That's awkward.
So her friend, her partner, her co-host was cracking up, and she was like, okay, so next, I'm like, this is what dry mean? I don't like dry at all.
That's what I should have did the whole time.
You couldn't have done it.
I know. I'm too fucking goofy. I would have never got away with that shit.
Bro, she was like, okay. It's like, oh. I guess that's one.
I guess I said,
did you see the movie? Did you like it? I did. That was rough.
That's terrible.
Before we go, I know you already gave it to us, but before we go, we always like to know how people can find you on these websites, social medias. So you tell us one more time where they can find out Tubi Movie.
LOKEKEY.com. Best way to go because you find everything: the movies, my social media, and you find background on me.
All right, Lou.
My name is Lou Belgium. I'm on them Instagrams and Patreon.
All right, yo.
Yeah, I'm on them same places. I'm on. You can find me on Instagram at IM302YODA and on TikTok. And also you can find I gotta throw this out here. Okay. You can find me on that Delaware Juneteenth page too, because Juneteenth is coming up and we great turn up for Juneteenth.
All right.
So
you can find Brewsing Banter Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter at Brewsing Banter Podcast, even TikTok as well. You can even go to www.brewsingbanter.com. You can check out where we are, all the events. You can sign up for Crowd Goes Up for live karaoke at the Juneteenth Festival as well. If you want to listen to the podcast, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can say Alexa play Brewsing Banter Podcast because we are on Amazon as well. Remember to like and follow and all that good stuff on YouTube. This has been, if you want to follow me, Ralph Stay Bruising.
Subscribe to that Patreon.
Remember to check us out on Patreon, www.patreon.com. We are on a road to 100 subscribers. You can still be a part of our founding members. There you can go right here, right down on the show. You can just scan that if you want to do it, and it takes us right there. And that'll take you right there. This has been another episode of Brewsing Banter Podcast. Until next time.
Have a good week, everyone.
Wilson, don't scare my head.